Welcome back to another episode of Teams on Air. Today, we're going to close out our first season of Teams on Air with a special episode on Remote Assist and Microsoft Teams. And in order to help me do that, I've brought a special guest, Sandhya Rao. Sandhya, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
Yeah, this technology I thought was super interesting for us to bring on the show and talk about, because not only do we talk about Microsoft Teams, but it also allows us to highlight some of the fantastic work that we're doing across Microsoft. So talk to me about what you do here at Microsoft and how Hololens and Teams are working together.
Yeah, sure. So I am in Teams. I'm a product manager, and I work on bringing mixed reality experiences to Teams. And so our first, implementation of that is Microsoft Remote Assist. It is a HoloLens app, and when somebody uses Microsoft Remote Assist, they are making a phone call to somebody who's on a Windows 10 Teams desktop.
Nice. And so this is a really cool and unique scenario. And a phone call could be just an audio, and it can be video. Is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
So talk to me about some of the scenarios that you would typically see a HoloLens and a Teams call coming together.
Yeah, sure. So Microsoft Remote Assist and Teams, this integration is really focused on first-line workers. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not sure, maybe you know what a first-line worker is?
Well, I do, but maybe the rest of us don't know. So please share with us, what is a frontline worker?
So first-line worker are, service technicians, factory floor workers, folks that are in the field, and they're doing a lot of servicing, technical work, and sometimes the problems they're trying to solve are quite complex. So they've got a lot of knowledge at their fingertips, but sometimes they need a little bit more help that they don't have themselves.
And so they could use a HoloLens in order to help solve that problem?
Yeah, so right now, or prior to this integration, what was happening is that a lot of times these first-line workers, when they needed help, they would maybe email somebody, maybe they would call somebody, they'd have to go back and forth, really trying to explain what the machine looks like and how it works and what's going on. And sometimes, actually, that expert who's on the call or answering the emails has to actually come on site to fix something. And so that can be very time-consuming as well as costly, because if you're talking about bringing somebody from maybe a different time zone or a different country to on site, they have to buy a plane ticket, figure out when they can get there, and all of that.
Yeah. And so how is the Remote Assist and Teams integration helping to solve that solution problem?
Yeah, so with Remote Assist, basically a first-line worker can put on a HoloLens, and in a hands-free, heads-up environment, they can make a video call. They can insert images into the call, and they can also do mixed reality annotations with the remote expert who's on their Teams desktop.
And they can do this all in real time?
All in real time.
Well, that's great. And I know a video is worth a million words. So how about we jump into the demo so that our audience can check it out?
Sounds like a great idea. So you can see Kate, my friend, is calling me. So let's answer her call. Hi, Kate. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Great. So as you can see, Kate is on a HoloLens. As she moves around, we see everything that she sees. And also, you can see the call window. My call window moves with her, so I can follow her around wherever she goes and help her out with whatever she needs.
Nice.
So what's going on, Kate?
Well, I'm trying to record some voiceover for a video, and I have this new Soundboard right here, but for some reason, the microphone's not working. I was hoping you could help.
Yeah, I can definitely help with that. So first and foremost, why don't we put my call window to the side so that we can really focus on the soundboard. So why don't you go and pin it to the side there.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Oh, wow. So she can actually move your video stream out of the way so that she can more focus on the core task at hand.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
Okay, great. So now, when you look at the soundboard here, okay, so what you can see here is that it's a pretty complex device. Kate might need some help in terms of remembering which are the most important elements here to triage. So, Kate, first I want to make sure that these inputs into the stereo are properly connected. Then I want you to make sure that this is set to 30, and then let's also go ahead and check to make sure that the connection over here to the mic is solid.
Oh, nice. So you were actually able to annotate on top of the image and point to the places that you think are more important. Wow, that's really cool. So when you stopped editing, she can see all your annotations?
She can even see the annotations as I'm drawing them. What we've inserted here is a mixed reality toolbar, and you can basically do annotations, you can place arrows, you can do inking. You can also actually pull up files from your OneDrive and insert it into the user space.
Nice. So if you had a diagram of this board, you can actually use the diagram to augment your conversation with her.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So let's see how Kate is doing. Go ahead and check those things for me.
Okay, so this looks pretty good. This gain is at 30. Does that sound good?
Great.
And I'll try this. Let me see. Oh yeah, that was a little loose, so let me test it now. Oh, it's working.
Terrific.
Thanks.
Great. Well, I'm glad that we could help today. I'll see you later, Kate.
All right, bye.
Bye. And there you have it.
Oh, wow. So that's a really cool example of how you can reduce the amount of time that it could possibly take to fix problems using both Teams and the HoloLens. That's great.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, basically, a lot of first-line workers have problems that, originally would take days or even weeks to solve. And now with Microsoft Remote Assistant Teams, they can be solved in hours and sometimes even minutes.
Oh, wow.